Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. I've gotten a lot of questions about what type of exhaust that I have on my 2023 Toyota GR86. And I actually have the Remark Axel exhaust. And an Axel is actually a lot louder than you think, especially in this car, because it is getting rid of the mufflers and also adding larger exhaust tips and just increasing the overall width. The install for this is extremely easy, and it's pretty much one of the cheapest exhausts that you can buy for this car. Originally, I wanted to get the AWE track or touring edition full exhaust system, but I ended up just getting this temporarily. I think it's a pretty good exhaust, especially if you don't want anything that's way too loud, but still has some of that nice aggressive sound. And I've driven by a bunch of cops, and if you really just go slowly on the gas and you don't go higher than 3,000 or 4,000 RPM, the cops, it just sounds like a normal car, kind of. But honestly, what I've noticed is in these kind of cars, it just makes sense that it's a louder exhaust. Like if you have a quiet, nice looking car, you're like, why? It makes sense to have a louder, like imagine a Lamborghini that's quiet. It just doesn't make sense. Let me show you how you actually install this exhaust. So pretty much the original exhaust is all in this massive area, and you can see it does save a lot of weight for this system. What you're going to be doing is removing these bolts and also removing the hangers that go right here. I'm so happy that Remark actually goes into the OEM hangers, and that adds for a lot more stability with these exhaust tips, and they're not going to be rattling around and falling off. So you put on all those hangers, you also just disconnect these two bolts and put it all together, and that is how you do it. It is incredibly easy, and it's still warm, so I'm just gonna kick it. But you can see how sturdy it is. Like, it's not gonna rattle at all. It's not gonna wiggle and stuff. It's actually really nice. And I like how large it is because it really fills in this full bumper. The original exhaust tips are really small, so by having it actually complete the full exhaust port, I just think it looks amazing. And I did not want to have a single exhaust tip. I really don't think those look the best. I like to have the dual. Since it comes with the dual, it just makes sense to have a dual. And yeah, it sounds really good, really easy to install. I have a link for it down below. I think I got it on FT Speed. It was pretty affordable, honestly. What I could also end up doing is installing a mid pipe, and that's going to be all the way through there. Usually it's about 2.5 inches instead of the stock 2.25 inches. And I may want to do that just to have a little bit more aggressiveness and loudness with the exhaust, and hopefully get a couple pops. I think I actually hear pops when I drive and downshift this car sometimes, but since it is only the Axel you don't really hear them the most. But I really recommend this if you're trying to get an affordable exhaust that's also not too loud, but you can expand it by getting the full mid pipe to make it louder. And Remark does sell one of those. I might buy one of theirs or a different brand, or just get the AWE touring exhaust. I'm still not sure, but you do have a lot of options if you just get the Axel and choose to upgrade down the future. I have some footage of me driving, so here you go. So this is what the exhaust sounds like inside the car. It's actually not very unbearable. It is just the Axel and you can actually hear it while you're driving, which I really like. Even when I'm off the gas, you can actually hear a little bit of that resonation. So it's actually not that bad. There is a way if you want this exhaust to be even louder, and that's by opening up the back seats. Let me show you that. So what I found is if you actually open up your back seats, you'll let a lot more sound from the trunk and from the back over there. So it'll actually sound a lot louder. So if you're going for that sound experience, you can just drive with the back seats down. And these aren't even fully down. You can hear how much louder it is. So I really like driving like this, mostly when I'm alone. If I ever go on a long road trip, I make sure that the seats are up so it's not as loud. But I actually prefer it being a bit more louder inside the cabin. right, guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy. Peace.